Star Wars 7x7 episode 2566. So the big High Republic multi-platform interconnected storytelling initiative is supposed to include content published by 10 different publishers. So what's happened to the other ones and what can we expect from them? Some thoughts here today. Punch it. Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So, the High Republic Storytelling Initiative, when it was announced, there was just, a little bit of information. We didn't get the full slate of publishers, but there was a second launch event situation and they put a graphic up on their screen presentation and it showed 10 different publishers that are supposed to be involved with this initiative. How many of them have we gotten content from so far? 5. Only 5 of them. So Del Rey is one of them, and from them we've gotten Light of the Jedi and The Rising Storm. Then there's Disney Lucasfilm Press, and from them we've gotten A Test of Courage and Into the Dark and Race to Crash Point Tower, and soon we're going to be getting Out of the Shadows. Marvel is the third publisher, and we have the High Republic comic series from Cavan Scott from them. Then there's IDW, which is the comics publisher that works with younger audiences, and from them we have the High Republic Adventures from Daniel Jose Older. And then we have Titan Magazines, and if you're not familiar with Titan Magazines, they are the publisher of Star Wars Insider, and as we've talked about from time to time on the show, they are publishing short fiction related to the High Republic. They've already done a couple of stories, and they're in the middle of Hidden Danger by Justina Ireland right now. And for what it's worth, they also do these special edition things from time to time. Like recently they did a thing about a season of The Mandalorian, or they did a thing about the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, stuff like that, right? So I suppose it's possible that we could see something from Titan about the High Republic, but they're already doing something about the High Republic. So let's check in on the 5 publishers from whom we haven't heard anything yet. Well, it's not exactly accurate because we have heard from one of them, and that's Viz Media. And Viz Media is big in the manga space, and they're publishing Star Wars: The High Republic: Edge of Balance, Volume 1, and I don't think I realized that this was a volume situation. I thought this was just a standalone story, but apparently this is going to be the first of multiple manga stories that are being told via Viz Media, which is pretty exciting. And The Edge of Balance is written, or the story is by Shima Shinya and Justina Ireland, and the art is by Mizuki Sakakibara. And the summary of it is this: in the aftermath of the hyperspace disaster, that of course is from Wave 1 of Phase 1 of the High Republic Storytelling Initiative, young Jedi Knight Lily Tora Asai is assigned to help displaced civilians relocate to Banshee, a newly inhabited planet in the Inug system far in the Outer Rim. While balancing the arrival of incoming settlers and teaching Padawans on their temple outpost, Lily must also confront an attack by the insidious Drengir after the events of the Republic Fair, deal with the growing threat of the Nile. But the dangers to Lily and her Padawans are much closer than she thinks. Dun dun dun! So this is going to take place actually starting in the Wave 1 space and moving into the Wave 2 space. And we know that's coming out in the fall of 2021. So there's your 6th publisher, Viz Media. That leaves 4 publishers about whom we have not heard a thing in this regard. They are Abrams Books, and Abrams is the purveyor of the art of books, right? So the art of The Force Awakens, the art of The Rise of Skywalker, the art of Solo, the art of Rogue One, those really beautiful coffee table book sort of situations. And with all the concept art that was done to develop the High Republic, you could certainly envision an Art of the High Republic book being released, which would also chronicle the development of the whole storytelling initiative. As for the other 3 publishers, well, they're not as easily pigeonholed in that particular way. For example, Dorling Kindersley, which you might know better as DK Publishing, right? You could easily and defensively say that they might do something like a visual dictionary or a cross-sections book or something like that, and yeah, you wouldn't get an argument from me. But they've also been doing some different kinds of formats recently, including the How Not to Get Eaten by Ewoks book, which was just a little fun guide thing, and then Skywalker: A Family at War, which is actually more like a standard biography memoir kind of situation, and not the big visual pretty with little captions and whatnot. So yeah, they've been doing kind of different things. Then there's B&M with an exclamation point, which is short for Becker and Mayer. It's part of the Quarto Publishing Group, and most recently they did the Star Wars Book of Lists and the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Traveler's Guide to Batuu. They've also done the Rebel Files and the Smuggler's Guide. So basically the kinds of things that they have done have been sort of in-universe publications. So you could imagine them doing something in-universe with the High Republic, potentially something with the Jedi Order. That to me seems like the most likely possibility, like some in-universe main Jedi text or series of texts or something like that. But, you know, love to hear other ideas, so chime in by all means. Then there's Inside Editions, and Inside Editions has done quite a lot of different things. For example, they do the Haynes Owner's Manuals, so the illustrated guides to things like Rebel Starfighter, the Millennium Falcon, right? Like these detailed ship blueprint kind of things. And then they've also done like the giant coffee table icons Han Solo book. They did the Ultimate Star Wars Pop-Up Galaxy with those super intricate pop-up pages. They also did the Lightsaber Collection book, and we had Daniel Wallace on the show last year talking about that. And they also did Secrets of the Jedi already a couple of years ago, and they have a Secrets of the Sith book coming out in August. So yeah, that's a real wild card situation. Anything from Insights could be coming. I mean, it could be an owner's manual or owner's workshop manual for a Jedi Vector, for example. Wouldn't that be fun? So that covers all 10 publishers that have been named so far and what they have or haven't done or have or haven't announced at this point. There's one publisher that isn't yet involved, and I hope that they eventually become involved, and that's Studio Fun. And through them, there have been things like, Ray's Journal and Paige's Journal and Rose's Journal, like these sort of journal books that are written first person from characters in the sequel era. And I think it would be really cool to get a journal of one of the characters, maybe one of the Padawans, involved in the whole High Republic Storytelling Initiative. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, that's my plug for hoping that Studio Fun is eventually involved in this stuff as well. And there you go. That's our update on what is happening on the publishing side with all the publishers that have been named for the High Republic multi-mega storytelling business. And that is going to do it for this episode of the show as well. It just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for it, as always, and may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.
7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.